Welcome back. So we finally start on the relay harness for the e-lockers. I'm just about finished with the Forerunner, but I want to go ahead and show y'all how I went about running the actual harness. So go ahead, just follow me real quick. So there's a little trick that I ended up finding out is the fact that these trucks has, I guess for the fuel pump, the connectors on top are from the rear seat. So what I ended up doing, tell you what, I'll get you a closer shot, I'll take over. So what I ended up doing on myself, let me get that light on for y'all. So here's a switch. Now this right here is a long range harness, just to let y'all know. It's a switch right here. I ended up running the actual cable through the airbox down up where the switch is going to be, and then the ground cable I ran it, well, as you can see, the little wire connection up across behind the fuse box down, and then just ground down right here, as you can see. And then I still need to clear it up. I still need to clear this up. I'm gonna just go ahead and tuck the rest of this wire down here, tape it up to where it goes down. And here's where I'm getting connection to the actual switch light. We did end up going ahead and just running the switch light for it. Just like that, we can notice if it's engaged or not. And then from there, still got to figure out how I'm gonna go ahead and clear about this, but I might just end up tucking it through here, and then we just ran it down across. Gonna follow the amplifier wires, which goes underneath the seat. We pulled it out through, and then here's the rest of it. We got like a lot of left, and we might just go ahead and just spread it out or see about tucking it through this carpet. We'll see. But where I ended up running it to the locker was through the actual what's it called, the fuel pump electronics. So I ended up cutting a bit of the wire loom and I taped it up, and I was able to snug it in through here, and then run it, like literally just push it through. And then from there I went ahead and kind of flexed out the truck to see how much I need to let it get slacked on. You can see it coming from right underneath there. I went ahead and just zip tied it straight to where the e-brake cable is going from, and then was able to just go ahead and just get it plugged up. So that's what we did with the Forerunner. And then from there I ran well, I haven't hooked it up yet. We're just doing a test and trial. Here's a positive cable. I ended up just cutting off the connection just because it was easier to run cut off the fuse holder, sorry about that, just because it was easier to go ahead and run this wire through the little rubber piece where the amp wire is following through. And also I'm gonna go ahead and just shorten it down to make it to the length where I want it to. But yeah, that's how I did the Forerunner. And you know, by the time I finish clean out the wires, it's gonna be a nice clean install to it. So finally came out to the next day. Last night got caught up with me because I had actually had a midterm, so I was trying to finish this up before my midterm. But have it finally wired through, shorted down the wire that goes to the battery. And then one thing that I kind of showed you wrong earlier was the way how I wired up the switch light, which is, I think, like the accessories. So I had it, I forgot where I had it plugged up. I think I had it just plugged into one of these, if I'm not mistaken, an empty slot. And I forgot that light turns on and off whenever you put the ignition. So on, off. So what I ended up doing, I just tapped to this fuse right here where it says ACC. I'm guessing that's accessories. Just tapped in straight into it, so now it turns on and off all times. And then I can hear the lock engaging, disengaging. Now the only thing is that I haven't figured out yet, but that's because I just got done with it, is that this light's supposed to light up too. The only thing I'm guessing is maybe once the truck starts rolling, it will light up. So like that, it can make sure, you know, that the truck is Well, I mean, I'm guessing it could engage. I mean, make sure it engages. I'm not sure. I still haven't really played with the truck driving around and engaging it. So I'll figure that out in a little bit, and I'll let y'all know what happens. If not, then I'm gonna go back to the drawing board and see what I need to do to get that up and on. All right, so yeah, just like I thought. There you go. So just like I thought, you know, whenever I engage the locker. Now, one thing I want to show you is that you have to be at a stop speed. Give me 1 second, there's a car coming. You have to be at a dead stop. I went ahead, you don't have to even do this, but I just go ahead and put on neutral, make sure it's dead stop, and then turn it off. Actually, hold on. And then let me see if maybe if I take still feel like it's on. Okay, there you go. Now it stayed off. So once I get to rolling a little bit, it turns off. So there you go. So yeah, that's how you go about operating it. Then same thing, I'll go ahead, like I said, I'm gonna even try to just do it on drive just so y'all can see. On, then I'm gonna try to take off. Kind of trying to hear it engage. All right, let me go ahead and stop again. Take off. Maybe it engages. There you go. So now you go. Sorry about my hand. So you see, that's even having the thing on. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop. Turn it off. Then probably won't start rolling neutral off itself. There you go. You can actually even hear it click off. So yep, this one is good to go. So Tacoma e-locker harness is finished already. Put my switch right there. The only thing that I haven't figured out yet, and I'm kind of basically running out of time also, so I need to check it out, is the blue wire. It says it goes to a negative side of a light if you wish to use to indicate your locker is locked. I tried tapping into one, but maybe I didn't tap it incorrectly. I'll see if I can get a hold of Dark Illusion off of Instagram and see what they suggest for me to do for that. But I went ahead and grounded down the white wire that went to the engine bay. I decided to go ahead and just grind down here inside the truck. The connectors, I ran them down I ran them down through the carpet, and the exit out right here. Still got to zip tie that. Ran it down the frame, and then really I plan on relocating the wiring again, but I ended up going with the e-brake cable and hooking up to my brake line, just so I'll be able to get some slack in there. And I flexed out the truck so I get the connector in. But yeah, it was pretty easy to install, but not really fan how I did that wiring. But it was just kind of simple to do right now. I'll relocate again, and then the red wire, let me open up my hood real quick. The red wire went straight through that rubber bushing right there, and I already had a fuse box here, so I connected it right there to my first one, so that's 15 amp. And yeah, pretty easy install, not too bad. Onto it. So I'm on my way to school right now, but I was able to get a hold of Dark Illusion through Instagram. He responded pretty quick, and helped me kind of diagnose the problem with the light. Now, one little thing that he had me do is unplug the 2 wire plug that goes to the differential, to the actuator, and he was, I'm guessing, saying basically maybe it's not doing the right contact. But now I'm able to get my light to turn on. So it's like, have it, well, then once it engages, it turns on. So now like the locker is engaged, it's working, I can feel it working. And once I turn it off, I'll start rolling, you'll disengage. Now the locker is disengaging. Now the only issue where I said I was confused was that the actual blue wire that you have to connect to somewhere, which is a negative to a light, he told me, I did not end up connecting that at all. Once I messed with those two wire plug connection to the diff, it started working by itself automatically. So I do not have none of the blue or red wire that are single connected at all, but everything else is connected. I'm on my way to school right now, so I kind of don't have time to mess with it. But personally, if it's working the way how it is, fine. I'm just gonna leave it like that. But yeah, I was able to get a contact with Dark Illusion. He responded pretty quick, and he stayed, you know, kind of chatted with me, giving me different ideas on what could cause a problem. And he was also willing to diagnose the situation step by step as and how the wires plugged up. So that was, you know, positive feedback off them. I like that, quick to react, and, you know, I mean, quick to respond, and, you know, quick to help out. There was no issue. So definitely give them a shout out. You know, like that customer service, pretty good. But yeah, thank you.